Bladesmiths, welcome back to the Forge. Each of you has won his respective competition to become a Forged in Fire champion. If you thought your first visit to this Forge was tough, you haven't seen anything yet. This season, our challenges are bigger and even more complicated. In our first round, you'll be using these. Each of you will have a thin bar of high carbon steel and a length of lower carbon steel. Your first round challenge is to combine those two steels using an inlay technique to forge a signature blade. Your 3-hour forge time starts now.
Oh, the evil clock has begun again.
Yes.
Going to this challenge, my confidence level is pretty high. I need to take that big piece of low-carbon steel, and I need to flatten it out and widen it out so that I can eventually fold it around, sort of like a taco shell, and then insert that high-carbon piece into the center of it.
Last season, Bert made that chatelle with the ladder Damascus pattern.
Bert's blade, to me, was one of the most balanced, sharp weapons I've ever wielded. That blade was perfect.
Come on, heat up, darn it! The method that I'm using is like wrapping the core in a U-shaped kind of taco. I am making a Japexican taco. This is like a fusion food. You know, it's a Japanese style with like a Mexican construction. It's like the sushi burrito of knives.
How we feeling, man? Come along. Right on.
Everyone else is doing sort of the same thing that I did on the first show I was on. I decided on a different strategy. I'm trying to actually cut the channel and insert the steel that way.
Interestingly, Ben is not doing the taco technique like the other three are, right? Does that put him at a disadvantage?
It's slowing him down. Whether it puts him at a disadvantage or not, we got to see how he proceeds from here. I love tacos, but 3 tacos is enough. I don't want to see 4. I want to see something different.
I think that there'll be less carbon migration, so the edge will end up harder because it's not touching the mild steel. It makes me a little nervous to look around and see everyone finish their forge welds and they're starting to make a knife, and I still haven't set my weld.
What's the name of the show? Floor on Fire?
1 hour! Bladesmiths, you have only 1 hour remaining.
I'm looking at Matt, and Matt's looking pretty worn out.
Yeah, Matt looks like somebody threw a bucket of water on him.
I feel like I'm getting super hot and I'm overheated and I'm starting to get fatigued.
The worst forge weld I've done in years.
I'm not pushing the steel nearly as fast as I normally do.
He's trying to lance that bubble on the side of his blade. Steel's on the floor. You could just see the exhaustion starting to build up.
I'm a little bit worried about Matt.
I'm not feeling so good. I'm starting to have trouble breathing and I feel like I can't catch my breath.
Matt's like almost white right now.
This competition means a lot to me, but I don't want to die.
Matt just walked.
As I sit outside, all I can think of is this is going to cost me the competition. I need to get back inside. I need to go finish that knife. I need to get it ground.
Bert is quenched.
Bert's quite ahead of the game. He's already shaped his blade.
Any concerns?
Not with Bert.
Matt's coming back in.
There he is.
All right.
Which is good, that's all I want to see.
There you go. A little bit of a smile and an eye raise.
I'm just hoping that doesn't cost him this competition.
My whole life I've had asthma. You have to just grind through and do whatever I need to do to finish the knife. I'm behind and I need to move fast.
Bladesmiths, you have only 5 minutes remaining.
The clock is running out, and I looked up and noticed the cutting edge came out super crooked. Can I just go right back in the forge, heat it back up again, put it back on the anvil, try to straighten it, get it back in the forge, heat it back up, quench it again.
So Bert's in the oil for his second quench.
In doing so, do you run the risk of warping your blade again?
Oh, yeah. You run the risk of warping it, you run the risk of delamination.
Huge risk.
You just hate to see somebody come this far along, do a second quench, and something goes terribly wrong. Bladesmiths, 15 seconds.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop your work. Stop your work.
Yeah, buddy.
Wow. Oh, man.
It was a bit more of a challenge this time. But almost dying's a pretty good excuse for not, like, you know, doing my best work.
It's a fun challenge, though.
That wasn't fun. What are you, crazy? That was awful. I really have no idea who's going home.
We have to send one of these guys home. Are there blades here that are moving forward? No doubt in your mind.
Ben and Salem, just by looking at them, you can see there aren't any structural issues with Ben or Salem steel.
Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at Bert's blade.
Bert's got a nice blade here. He's got some wiggle. We saw he was having some issues. Looked like he had some delamination issues or something like that.
Is that a crack right there on the spine of Bert's blade?
Oh, yes, it is. That's a big problem. Good 3 to 4 inches down the spine. I wonder if it's from constantly heating and going back into the fire trying to fix those inclusions.
Right. And then finally, Matt's blade. I know that Matt had some issues. He left the forge floor for 15 minutes, but he turned in a finished blade.
I felt so awful so early on. Just getting that done and putting that knife on the table is like a victory.
There was some possible cracks right here. Is that a fatal flaw?
So I think that might just be a delamination. I don't see it coming through, and I don't see it on the other side. So that could be removed.
All right, judges, one of these bladesmiths has to go home. Doug, have you made a decision?
Yes, I have.
Dave?
Yes, sir.
Jay?
Yes.
Let's go tell our smiths. Gentlemen, the judges have pored over the details and made a final decision. It's time for one of you champions to go home. Bert, your blade did not make the cut.
I can't believe we're sending home Bert Foster. You know, Bert, you do fantastic work. You've been doing fantastic work for years. I mean, you always impress. But when we looked a little closer, you've got a large crack going down the clip of your blade. We have to let you go.
Bert, you'll always be a Forged in Fire champion, but today I have to ask you to please surrender your weapon and leave the forge.
I didn't lose so much as I got beaten. I mean, the other 3 guys had cleaner knives with fewer problems than I did, so I'd made the same decision. I knew this was gonna be a tough competition, so I gave it everything I had and I got no regrets. When I came here the first time, as I left, I said, kids, don't be afraid to take risks. But that's easy to say when you win. So I'm going home in the first round and I'll still say it, kids, take risks, it's worth it.